Welcome back, everybody. This is Mike here doing my weekly review of this week's Walking Dead episode. This was for episode 10, titled New Best Friends. And that title is, of course, spoilers for those who have not seen the episode. But if you haven't seen it, why would you be watching a review of the episode? Anyway, of course, the title New Best Friends is basically referring to the junkyard group, the scavengers as they call themselves. In this episode, I believe, did Sasha go? No, not Sasha. Sasha is not there. Tara, one of the women said it. There's new best friend or something like that. So it was a quote by one of the characters. Oftentimes, episode titles are "Rockin' the Road," episode 9, Rick's Rockin' the Road, Little Fable. So this one it starts off with Saviors making a pickup at the kingdom, very similar. They made a pickup from before. Same people went, maybe more. I think more people went to this pickup. Probably given the situation that Rick did go to them concerned about the Saviors, maybe Ezekiel thought it would be wise to take more people with him. Jerry, Ben, Diane, I think, and Morgan and Richard, who were there in the beginning. So a lot of stuff went down there. Is his name Gavin? No, Gavin's the leader in that group. The group of Saviors. The other guy, the guy with long hair. I forget his name. Not important. He's trying to take Richard's gun. They both draw on each other. Ezekiel's like, give him the gun. He refuses. And the guy goes to take it. There's a fight. Morgan starts taking people down with a stick. Ben does the same thing with his. Morgan loses his stick. Richard has to give up his gun. And the Saviors make a threat that things will have to become more visceral. So Ezekiel says that he's going to stop bringing Richard to these meetings in the future because, well, he's right. They do need to fight the Saviors. He's a little bit too hot-headed and quick to act. He needs to settle down and wait for the right time. Doing this like the way he's doing things, the way he's doing them, is just going to get people killed. So Richard decides to bring Daryl into his little plan. He asks Daryl for his help. So they're going and they're talking. He's giving him this whole plan that they're going to kill these Saviors that are on the road, a little convoy, take them out, and he's going to plant a trail leading to Carol. So that other Saviors would go and will kill Carol, and then that would be enough of a push for Ezekiel to realize that he has to fight. Now, obviously, Daryl is not going to go along with any plan that puts innocent people in harm's way for no reason. So the two of them get into a scuffle. Daryl threatens him that if she catches the flu, if anything happens to her, no matter what, I'm going to kill you. A little funny reference there. Daryl like trying to say, what's her name? What's her name? Or what's their name? And then when Richard says she, he's like, what's her name? She's a woman, what's her name? And he kept saying that. Somebody pointed this out to me, but Heisenberg, say my name type thing. So I thought that was kind of funny. Gabriel really making a move here. He is impressing me. Excuse me. He has come a long way since when we first met him in season 5. So they're at the junkyard. I don't know what's going on in that scene. They have like a crap ton of people. And what's their end game? What are they getting at? The whole "we own your lives," you want to buy the back thing. This whole thing has a whole Mad Max vibe to it. I'm not really sure what to make of them at first. They're different. We haven't seen a group like this, comics or show, so there were scavengers in the comics, but the comic book scavengers were the wolves were the TV show's version of the scavengers, basically. Only they were drastically different from the scavengers in the comics. Anyway, getting back onto this episode, Rick tries to talk to her, wants to see Gabriel. Gabriel comes out, and scavengers and Jadis wants to know what they have that they can offer. Gabriel says Rick can do anything, and everybody's fighting. Gabriel takes one of their knives. I still don't know her name. Whatever. And he holds it, and he holds her at knife point. Basically gets her to listen to Rick and to try and trust Rick, and she takes him up. And then we don't bother, we take. They left. They let everybody take from the boat because they didn't want to bother with it. And then they were going to take. So, we don't bother, we take. They followed the woman who Gabriel took hostage, is presumably is the one that's been confirmed that was spying on him in the end of episode 8. She got inside Alexandria, took Gabriel, jumped him. She was mad that Alexandria didn't still have all the stuff because Sabers took it. So they just took whatever they had. And she pushes Rick off the trash heap and fighting Winslow. The spiked walker, which if I had to say, I would say it's probably the most epic walker we've seen in the show. Probably my favorite one. Very dynamic. You can't see. There's no idea what's going on around it. You can tell there's somebody there. But ordinarily, it would be a pretty piece of cake walker to take care of. But it spikes all throughout it. Rick put his hand right on the spike, right. Rick keeps injuring the same hand. It's like they're trying to tease to us like that he's gonna lose his hand, even though it's been said that he won't in the show. Blah blah blah. He keeps getting injured. One of these days, something's gonna happen to it. So, based on after the advice Michonne to use the surroundings, use the wall, after getting cut trying to kick it, obviously using your hands on his head isn't going to work, and bashing to the head with the computer is not going to work. With the computer keyboard is not going to work. Rick pulls stuff off the pile and stuff, garbage falls on top of him. Window does that twice, disable it, takes a piece of glass. When I first saw this, it looked like he was stabbing up like this, but from what I read, maybe he stabbed it, cut the neck off, cut the head off. Either way, it's a Definitely probably the most badass walker. So they let him back up. He's clearly injured badly. And Jadis promises to fight the Saviors in exchange for a lot of guns. So Rick has to come up with a whole lot of guns. He asked Tara because she was the furthest one. If she came across anything, she's kind of quiet. She's gonna have to tell him about Oceanside. She's gonna say that this is a dire situation. These people are gonna honor the deal, but for how long? Nice little side note: Rick finds a cat figurine to replace the statue that Michonne lost when she back to season 3 when they were at Rick's hometown. And Rick was dealing with Morgan. Carl saw a picture of him, his dad, and Lori, I believe, and Michonne grabbed a cat statue while she was in there. So, and it was left at the prison. So Rick got another one. That's sweet. Rosita really needs to show on getting back with the episode. It's not gonna help. They're just gonna go full charge at an armed group. Rick is injured. I know Aaron's pretty badly hurt. They need to regroup. They need to take care of themselves first. Quickly go back, and then go back out. Maybe Rick needs to hang back for a bit. They can't just go full throttle right now. She needs to take it back a step. Daryl finds Carol and lies to her about the Saviors not killing anyone. He realizes that if she knew, she would want to fight, and she'd be devastated. At first, I was like, "You gotta tell her, man," but I was like, "Okay, he's doing this to protect her." Daryl and Shiva just hanging out. He put his hand in the cage, just like licking him. Cute. Morgan comes in. It's like, "Oh, Daryl, we're the same." Nope. Daryl didn't know we're not. And Daryl leaves to go to the hilltop, so he's eyes on again. Okay, the Walker Kill of the Week. I'm gonna go with Winslow, even though you might not say, "Oh, we didn't actually kill him. It wasn't listed," but I'm still going Winslow. It's a badass. Rick still took him down. So, see what you want about that. I'm going Winslow. Then the only other Walker was Diana. Yeah, Diana, not Diana. Excuse me. With the bow. My sister really liked that dress. Top 5 moments. Daryl and Shiva is number 5. I just thought that was a cool moment. 4 is Richard's whole scheme and Richard and Daryl fighting. Richard's plan to sacrifice Carol. Thought that was an interesting turn. 3, Gabriel stepping up, taking the woman hostage to try and negotiate with Jadis. 2 is Daryl finding Carol. That was a very touching reunion. And 1, Winslow, and then the subsequent deal with Jadis so that they'll fight the Saviors in exchange for a lot of guns. Overall, I'm gonna give this 1 out of 10. I thought they knocked it out of the park with this one. New group, pulled together nicely, where they wouldn't just be like, "Oh yeah, we'll help you willy-nilly," or "We're gonna kill one of you." It's different. It's fresh. It's a different take on stuff. I like it. I like the stuff for the Kingdom, and I'm looking forward to next week. So until then, I will post my predictions video up after this, and then see you guys next week. Peace out, everyone.